Hi friends, this is Dr. Abdequaem from Grace Healing Homeopathy. Today I'll discuss a very interesting, a very important remedy, that is NUX VOMICA. Only a part of NUX VOMICA mind, especially related to the anger, the elements from the disappointments. You must remember one thing about NUX VOMICA that I have seen in most of my cases: elements from intolerance. So whenever you get in a remedy elements from, it becomes very important because you know the exact cause, how did that symptom start. Intolerance means he cannot tolerate. What he cannot tolerate, that is the most important question that you must ask NUX VOMICA patient. He cannot tolerate what? For example, if I am sitting in my chamber and some music is loud outside, I am sitting in my chamber and people are disturbing me, I cannot tolerate that. I become angry, I start shouting, I am irritable because of that, because I cannot tolerate. Now what a patient cannot tolerate depends upon his constitution. In fact, NUX VOMICA cannot tolerate, and if that keeps repeating, he may start shouting also that those people, if he cannot tolerate that. Especially NUX VOMICA cannot tolerate persons who try to control him, who try to give him a lot of advice, who try to tell him what to do, who try to tell him what not to do. He cannot tolerate that. So this symptom, elements from intolerance, is a very, very important entry point of NUX VOMICA. Of course, there are other symptoms also, but I have seen in my practice this intolerance of NUX VOMICA the most important thing. As you all know, NUX VOMICA is a very ambitious person. And if that ambition is not taken care of, if he cannot perform because of any reason, there is a lot of disappointment. He cannot tolerate that he is not successful in life. The same symptom again repeat, intolerance. So ambition, loss of from disappointment. As I told you that he does not like to be controlled. He does not like to feel that somebody is sitting over his head. There's a very interesting symptom, in the mathematics, in the repertory, biting people who try to control him. It is not actual biting, no. Biting means he will speak, he will be very rude, very angry if you try to control NUX VOMICA patient. Biting people who try to control him. And this intolerance, this loss of ambition can create a lot of confusion. And again, a symptom start confusion after vexation, or confusion after getting annoyed. I told you the intolerance part, every symptom, if you link, this intolerance will come in your symptom. Or you can say confusion after ambition is deceived. For some reason, if he is not able to perform, there's a partner, there's a fraud, and he feels that he is deceived, so there will be a lot of confusion. That is also NUX VOMICA. And see, because of this confusion, there is a company aversion too. So much so it is written in our Mathematics, he faints in a crowd. When there is lot of crowd, lot of people, he will faint. If you go one step further, there is one more symptom which is written: faints in crowd or when gas lights are burning. Now gas lights we hardly see now, but then you can see artificial light also. There is lot of aversion to company, and the patient faints in lights, in crowd. He becomes dizzy. That is NUX VOMICA. And whenever this happens, anger is there, intolerance is there, confusion is there, it is written that there is aversion to work after anger. He cannot work. He said, okay, forget it, I am not sitting in the OPD, he'll close and go out. Or I am not studying. If parents are pestering the child, study this, do that, the child will say, I am closing my books, you only study, he will not study. Biting people who try to control him, or aversion to work after anger. This, and whenever there is anxiety, you can see anxiety on the NUX VOMICA face, anxiety with pupils dilated. So pupils are dilated with anxiety. This is important, and one important symptom that you should remember of NUX VOMICA, which you will be surprised that it is present, the anxiety symptom. complaining of anxiety. The patient is always complaining of his anxiety. That is also NUX VOMICA. So in short, I have tried to describe the anger, the elements from, and every symptom is because of this intolerance. Remember the intolerance of NUX VOMICA. So my dear friends, if you like this video, do share and subscribe. Thank you.